welcome back to State of Decay 2. In our last episode, Dorothy ran off and tried to allow a horde to devour a thief, but the thief survived, and nonetheless she talked him into giving us our food back before he ran away. That was the principal thing that happened. We also got back our plague sample and our shotgun from poor deceased Virginia, who was killed by a feral in the first episode. Our primary goals remain to gain a little bit more influence so that we can actually create an outpost in that nearby medical facility. And hopefully to befriend the nearby looter community so that they will, well, eventually get them to a point where they're allied and we can poach one of their community members, probably. Because right now, with only 2 members alive in our own community, we're in grave peril. You know, we're in a position where if either one of them gets too badly injured or something, that only leaves one person to do all the work, which is going to be exhausting for them. It also means we're going to have to be expending massive medical supplies to try and get people back in the field. But for the moment, Dorothy is perfectly healthy, hasn't taken a scratch. And given we don't have anything else to do at the moment, we can't do this promoting a community member to a leader position. We don't have it. Let's just go out and continue scouting nearby stuff. We left something in this building. Let's just go see what the one thing we left behind was. At least it's daylight again. We can see things from a bit of a distance and hopefully keep her alive better that way. Not going to run into things in the dark that we otherwise would see. There's probably something around the perimeter of the house, like a fuel can or something outside that we missed. I mentioned that we had 4 out of 5 of the containers searched. So let's just try and figure out what that 5th one is. Try the outside first. If we don't see it, we'll go back inside and scour it. Nothing there. Still a little dim. I hope it's not getting towards night. I thought it was getting towards dawn. It must be. Let me just finish the night cycle. I hope. There's nothing outside. We must have missed something inside. There's a lot of effort just to get this thing off my map, but whatever. What did we miss? Sometimes if you're scanning like this, it's best to stop moving because the movement of your flashlight, lighting things up, can make you miss the pulsing white light of a searchable object. If you're in a building like a store or something and you can't find the last remaining object to search, sometimes it's on the roof if you can get up there, but I doubt it's on the roof in a building like this. There we go. Just didn't see that. Let me turn down the volume a bit in real life.
I think that's all I'm going to find here.
Nothing in here, okay. If we did make this place an outpost, all it would give us is 2 more beds for our community, which would allow us to have up to 8 people in our community with no morale hit. We don't want that though. We have 2. We really don't need that right now, probably ever. My last winning game, I kept my community to 6 community members tops, and that was perfectly adequate. Actually, I had it at about 4 or 5 for the bulk of the time. We also fueled up that van over there last time. It was another achievement. We got it repaired and fueled, so you do have a vehicle to get further out in the field if we need it. But until we need it, there's no point wasting gas or risking damaging the vehicle again.
No sign of creepers here.
Have decades of disaster movies not taught you people the importance of
You can see,
stocking
the
up on
food's
fuel?
dropping again, the meds are dropping again. It's just the way the game works. So you gotta keep scavenging for supplies, or you gotta find a way to get a surfeit of those generating. Planting a garden is a good way to handle food, or sometimes meds if you can switch it to growing medicine type stuff. But we're far away from that right now. We're just basic survival mode for the moment. Must be a nice day out in real life because I can hear cars passing with their radios blaring, which implies the windows are down and people are just out cruising, I guess. Feels like a summer day, kind of. Here in Toronto.
Oh, Not bad, I suppose.
A lot of screws. I shouldn't say a lot. It takes like 60 sometimes to repair certain weapons, but at least me finding a lot of them. The early game consists of a lot of scavenging. Later game, you don't have to do as much. Alright, well, those are luxury items. Luxury items are really good for trading, and that's about it. In my own game of Caverns' Escasian 2, those are called trinkets, objects that are just for trading and serve no other purpose.
We're good.
Can't actually eat
Don't see any of them around here.
the chocolates, and they surprisingly they won't boost morale. You can't like use it to boost morale. It'd be an interesting use for some of these luxury items, I think. But they can be traded for a lot of influence.
I think that's all I'm going to find here.
You see that their enclaves have new items for trade. We were at that other enclave recently, the looters, and you know, we one of the things we did was check to see what they had on, you know, to trade. There was nothing we needed, but that would be changed now. Periodically, it does modify what's available at each enclave. I don't know if it's at the beginning of each new day. I'm not sure when it is.
You'd think it gets easier after a while.
Someone is outside with their music blaring and it's driving me nuts. Hoping it's a passing car and not like some guy who's planted himself in the park across the street with a boombox. I guess I'm turning the volume back up in my computer here so I can hear it. Or this guy's music. Like I said, we should scout out the immediate surroundings, get what we can. Bearing in mind, there are a finite supply storage space. For anything you bring home, you can only store so much.
I should keep searching.
If you store more than that, it'll hold for a bit, but within a few hours of game time, it'll degrade and disappear. So you want to be careful not to bring home more than you can store. I think you saw as well in the last episode, we found a mod for our infirmary. It was a cleaning station or something. It required power to operate, so we're not going to install it. I don't remember what it was, but I'm not going to install it right now. But you can find mods for each of the different types of facilities you can build, and installing them will provide increased or unique benefits. Well, I bring this up because that's a nice luxury item. One of the things you can find is, you know, mods you can find is things that increases storage capacity of different places, so you can store more of a given resource. Like you can find pallets to put into a place to add more material storage, or you can find, you know, a fuel tank to add more fuel storage, that sort of thing.
Let's head out. This place is picked over.
What is this? Soda can bomb. Fill a can with gunpowder and add a short fuse, and this is what you get. Toss it and keep your distance. So it's a... You can literally throw it to blow up like a hand grenade. Probably not as effective as a hand grenade,
Spotted
but...
zombies shambling toward base. Shouldn't
All
be a
right.
problem, though.
We mentioned earlier that, you know, the more noise you make, eventually your place gets attacked. Now, if we didn't go home, if we just ignored this, the zombies would attack while our one girl was there. I think it would expend a certain amount of ammo. What the hell is yelling? I'm still back there, fuck it. If we do go home, I don't think it'll expend any ammo, but, yeah, we're now in the fight.
We're not letting any of those monsters inside. Do you
What
hear
sucks
me?
is, by the end of this fight, I guarantee you both me and my friend are going to be injured with, you know, some sort of trauma. And that means we're going to have to put him on the field injured. As I said, we had a really rough beginning to this game. I was putting stuff away so we're not carrying excess weight while we fight. We had a really rough beginning to this game, and it's going to cost us. But that's the nature of the game. Let's see if we can survive despite that. Here's somebody. So it's only a minute. If you can survive for 1 minute, they'll stop coming. Because see a plague zombie coming in the front door. It's coming over the wall. When they're down on the ground, you can hold the right trigger and press the attack button to try and smash their skull. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, damn it. I need to run into my own door. You can also charge. You saw me charge through that door. If there had been a zombie on the other side of it, I would have knocked it over. So when they're coming through a gate, sometimes you can nail them in that way. Like if we can get... Oh, I thought it was something here. It's not.
Can't keep going so fast.
Alright, it's just remaining zombies. There's no more coming, per se. There still could be some that show up as a result of the sound we're making. But there's no more coming as a result of this event. You know? So far, I've gotten out of this scot-free. Dorothy.
I think
Alright,
we
is
can
that
all
it?
breathe now. Thank
All right.
goodness.
May appears relatively uninjured, too. Maybe completely uninjured, I'm not sure. So we got very lucky there. Thank God, again with our... I hear something. There it is. Those two idiots just standing there. With the current circumstances being what they are, we got lucky. Can't afford anybody getting hurt right now. Well, until another mission pops up, there's not much else to do but go scavenge, I don't think. There's nothing else we can build yet, right? We don't have enough material. Oh, we have enough materials. Maybe we could build something. Can we build a garden? Is that possible? What do we need? We need 10. If we can get a little more construction materials, we can build the garden and at least help alleviate some of the food supply issue we're having. Fuck. I'm going over. Damn it. Hey, hey, hey. Damn it. Oh, so much for her getting away scot-free. She'll also probably have... You see the symbols overhead.
Our armed services would not abandon this nation without some strategic rationale. Until they return, Red Talon will continue their efforts.
Alright, as always, a lot to tell you. You saw the symbols over her head there. She now has some sort of form of trauma which will not heal without medicine. She also has a bit of blood plague, but she's not infected completely, but she's slightly sick. And if we allow it to get out of control, she will get full-on blood plague, so... That's a consequence of that. One little fucking zombie that got in. The Red Talon they're talking about is a group of soldiers, kind of like a mercenary force that have started establishing some level of dominance in the aftermath here. It'd be great if some other neighboring group called for help right now. I don't want to... I could batter down that door, but it's going to make noise. Is there another way in? Is there a back door we can try? Yeah, there is. Let's see what's here, actually. More cases of chemicals. I mean, I guess we should be looking for construction materials. That would have been the smart thing, but we're here, so let's search this place. And we'll target a construction materials site if we can find something. Lots of cases of chemicals. Which is heavy as hell, but...
Read that book about Eagle Eye, the army sniper in Afghanistan? He grew up around here, and I bet someone with his skills is still alive. We should try to find him.
Sounds good.
That would be, I think,
This place could have
May.
something we need.
having a mission she wants to do, so I'll probably have to go home, and even though she's injured and sick, I may have to take May out, because it sounds like she's suggesting we might be able to recruit a sniper or something. And we need anybody we can get. There's some fuel. But let's finish searching this place, then we'll get moving. As best we can.
Empty.
It's kind of a dimly lit day, it feels like. I don't know if it's overcast or what here. I don't mean in real life. You know what? I would rather... Let's bring this home. No. Let's drop the fuel for now. We'll come back for it.
I'm carrying a bit much right now.
Because we can do something with the construction materials. Not much we can do with the fuel right now. Let's not search anymore so this place stays as a white mark on our map. We don't forget to come back for that construction material. Because again, it's me. And I'll forget. So any mnemonic aid I can give myself is a good thing. You can see as well, look at her blue stamina bar. All those Z's, she's just exhausted from being out all this time and fighting all this time. So she needs to sleep anyway, so we're going to have to swap. Whether we like it or not, we're going to have to swap to May at this point. How the fuck am I getting up here? And hope to God May is, isn't too badly injured. It's hard to say without seeing her, you know? Find out in a second how she's doing. And hopefully she's ready to do this mission she talked about with something to do with finding a sniper who grew up around here or something. Because we could really use another person on deck.
There we go. Need anything else?
Right. Let's start building a garden. There we go. It'll take about 12 minutes of real time. Drop off all these chemicals. I'm gonna put the shotgun away too and give it to May when she goes out. Alright, May. This will start her mission, Eagle Eye, Rounce's stash. Maybe it's not a person, maybe it's his stash. I don't know, whatever it is.
Get started on that.
No, she's barely hurt, you can see there. She's got a tiny bit of an injury. Not much to worry about. And about maybe 20% of the blood plague. If she gets the other 80% filled in, she will catch it. That'll be the end of it.
Okay.
I don't think we have any
Heading
way to
for
stop it
Eagle
right
Eye's
now, so
farm.
she'd just be dead.
Hopefully, I'll be coming home with a new sniper for the team.
She's got this shitty little 6-point backpack. But whatever. Just give her this as well. Alright, we're gonna take the van this time, probably. Where are we trying to get to? There's a blood heart, we know, plague heart. This is an infestation. There's a screamer and 6 zombies there right now. If you can clear it out, you'll get points, but influence points. But also, the more they pile up... Fuck, we gotta go all the way over here. The more they pile up, the more likely you are to be attacked. And also it lowers the morale, having a lot of infestations. So you gotta clear them out periodically. Here's the question. Do we hop in that van? How far is it? If we try and go on foot. So only 450 meters. The reason I'm suggesting that is I don't want to drive the van cross-country, and it's a lot longer drive if we go all the way around. So for now, let's actually just go on foot. If we're not too filled up, we'll hit May, or pardon me, we'll hit, what's her name? Virginia as well on the way back. Grab whatever was left on her body. I don't remember. I think there's some screws left, as I recall. Oh, we'll save that for the way home when we know better what we're carrying, in case we're already filled up. There's a guy over this fence. Let's hope we can do this quietly. Alright. Alright, only 300 meters. Obviously, if we encounter a feral or something on the way, that's not going to be only 300 meters. It's going to be, oh fuck, 300 meters. Should always have a plan, I guess. If worse comes to worse, we will turn and run to back to the looters again. That's the best I can think of. Did we take the shotgun? Yes, but we didn't equip it. Let's make sure she has it ready. Remember that she has it this time. Oh fuck. So those types of generic zombies cannot give you the plague. They can hurt you, obviously. They can kill you, but they can't give you the plague per se. This is a fucking tricky-ass map. There would have been no way to drive cross-country. I'm not even sure I can walk cross-country here. Jesus. Can she get down this without hurting herself? What the fuck is this? How bad a drop is this? It's not so bad. This region of the world, compared to I was in the valley last time, it was a much more level region. This is tricky. It obscures your sight lines, obviously. But it's also full of pitfalls and shit that you can hurt yourself on. I'm gonna try and get out of here without fighting any of these people. If we can complete this mission, it'll be around the half-hour mark. We'll probably call it quits there again. $100 meters or so to go.
Almost there. With almost being the key word.
Thought for a second she'd seen me. No, she was just moving. She didn't drop any plague sample, no. The reason we don't go for a plague heart right now, the plague hearts are really tough to take out. They take a lot of damage, like and usually from bullets or explosives. Your melee weapons will do next to nothing to them. On top of that, you really want to... Well, they summon a lot of zombies. You want to have ways of distracting those zombies. There are key ways I like to use, but we'll talk about that in a much later episode. Search for Rounce's stash of sniper gear. I was hoping we'd find Rounce himself. Alright. This guy, I think, saw us. Maybe. I mean, he's got no legs. Let's clear out a little bit of the surrounding threat. So they don't turn and spot me. I should do it. Yeah, some asshole outside is just blaring his music.
I think I just found the perfect outpost.
Somebody saw me, I think. Maybe not. Just got up randomly. Must be up above. I'm not seeing anything down below here.
We ain't alone, of course.
There's still something around here. So you can see this is not becoming a safe zone, which means zombies could spawn within this region. And they can also wander in from without. Oh! 50 caliber, 650 caliber rounds, a grenade, 3 grenades,
rounds here,
3
but no rifle.
flashbang grenades, ammo, and a note. Baby, I know they want everyone with military training at the precinct, but why does it have to be you? I almost lost you in Afghanistan, then all the press tours for your book. Eagle Eye gave this world everything. I need this. I need you now. Peace and blessings, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. I guess that looks like it's it, right? Well, we got what we came for. I'll even take the note. Hopefully this leads to another mission later. Sometimes missions like link into kind of multi-layered missions, if you will. Do we have space to pick anything up? Yeah, we still got one more space. Let's go to her body on the way by. I might even stop at the
How about somebody goes on a fuel run?
looters.
Eagle Eye probably kept his rifle with him. I need to find out what happened to him after the outbreak.
I think she's suggesting there might be another mission coming up eventually. It's not up there yet. So his 50 caliber rifle probably is with him, which would be a pretty fucking powerful sniper rifle. Oh, fucking quiet down, please. She just got the bare edge of that, so thank God she didn't get too damaged by it. You can get a lot worse.
Watch it, Juggernaut!
Fuck, where's the Juggernaut? hear it. It's somewhere right in front of me. Hopefully it hasn't seen me. Look at his head rolling downhill. I can't tell if it's seen me or not. Maybe not. I don't think it's seen me. I think it heard some combat and went up the hill agitated, and then I was gone by that time, thank God. Let us not go near that thing. It's not only a juggernaut, it's I think it might be a blood juggernaut, I can't tell. Like a plagued version of the juggernaut. Really not something we want to meet at the best of times. Definitely not something we want to take on now. Although if you killed it, it's worth 100 influence. We will inevitably kill one of those later. There's no point in talking about strategies of attack on them at this time. Our only strategy and ambition right now is to get the fuck home. Maybe find the last of the stuff on Virginia's body. And then we will call this a video. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's just swing by here really quick, just to see what they have. I think I can trade them this note as well. I don't think I need it for the quest, per se. As far as I know, I don't.
Fine if you want to walk around the place.
I'm here to trade with you,
You
sir.
got something for me?
All right.
Here, take this note for 13 influence. They have some stuff I wouldn't mind grabbing, but I'm not going to grab it right now. We need that influence to get that medical outpost up and running. Probably that'll be our next objective when we come back in the game next. Try and get back to the medical place and turn it into an outpost.
This is going home.
Screws and this. I think her body will stay there until such time as we manage to get everything off it. So until we get that screwdriver off it, she'll be there. If we're passing by the looters again later, we'll pick up our screwdriver and trade it. It's a shitty weapon of this nature, you know, what do you call it, assassination weapon. I could probably trade it for a tiny bit. You can get better assassination weapons, like you can get, you know, combat knives and this kind of thing. I'll be honest, for the most part, I have not noticed any discernible difference in what they do. There is at least one type of weapon, I think, unless it's a person's skill, that allows you to kind of do these assassinations quicker. But they don't ever seem to get damaged, so durability is not an issue. And the attacks are all... There's a little bit of plague sample again.
Already got all I can handle.
Oh, fuck. Well, we'll leave it there, and we'll come back and get it the next time we're passing. It won't go anywhere. It'll be there forever. Yeah, but the assassinations are always universally successful against standard zombies, so I don't really know what a better weapon does. But I usually do if I can replace a screwdriver with a combat knife, I do it because in real life I think I would prefer a combat knife to a screwdriver as a weapon. All right, so we'll remember that the plague sample is there and screwdriver's there, and we probably have enough.
Looks like we could use more construction materials.
Yeah, if I can find any, well. You need construction materials, incidentally, not just to construct, but because wear and tear on the building happens. And if you run out of construction materials, the building starts falling apart. Like, the bed will get broken. People have to spend time repairing shit. Alright, I think that's it for now, guys. That was about a half hour. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll try and get, let's just see. Yeah, we have 382 influence. When we come back next time, we'll try and get that medical facility turned into an outpost. Let's exit to the main menu. Provided we survive. I mean, at this rate, these episodes they feel like to me we've just gotten started. So I think we're going to be playing this for quite a while. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I know I am.